There's a lot of reasons why you maybe shouldn't move to Baldwin County. In this video, I've compiled a list of them so that you can think really hard before you make a move down here. I'm Jessica. My husband Tony and I are the #1 relocation team in all of Baldwin County. Every single day, we talk to people who want to move here, and we help them navigate the buying process and find them their home sweet home in Lower Alabama. We make these videos to help you learn more about Baldwin County, so make sure you call us if you want to move here too. Now, let's dive into some reasons why maybe you shouldn't move to Baldwin County. Sweet home Alabama. Let's just get this one out of the way. You should move to Baldwin County if religion offends you. If you're part of the too easily offended culture and you don't want to be around religion, don't waste your time. Just don't move here. Prayer is in our public schools, religion is welcomed in our workplaces, and God is with our kids at their sporting events and extracurricular activities. Kay Ivey, governor of Alabama, said it herself. Here in Alabama, we pray to God, protect life, and honor freedom. Our traditional Southern communities are known for lifting one another up through prayer. I'm not saying you have to be religious to live here. I'm saying if you don't like it and it bothers you, then this might not be your cup of tea. That's all. Religion is just sort of part of Southern culture here, and for a lot of us in the South, we really tend to attach religion as part of our identities.
They want you to say grace.
You shouldn't move to Baldwin County if you want all 4 seasons. I don't think we really get much of a fall. It definitely never feels like fall here to me. Don't expect pumpkin patches or crispy fall weather. Our summers are long. May through September, we can stay in the high 80s and 90s with muggy humidity. January and February can get cold, and it can be an unpleasant wet cold. Like your hands will still feel damp and clammy from the humidity, and then the air is cold, so you'll feel wet and cold anytime you're outside. And once spring hits, the humidity isn't far behind. In short, Baldwin County has a humid subtropical climate with relatively short, mild winters and hot, humid summers. Overall, the climate is fairly warm and sunny year-round, but no 4 seasons. And definitely no snow. The county is prone to hurricanes and tropical storms, as well as tornadoes. Here in the Gulf Coast, we're no stranger to hurricanes. From June 1st to November 30th of every year, we're waiting on the forecast of a hurricane that's pretty much barreling towards the shore to see what impact it's going to have on us. And a lot of the times it's really not that serious. As long as you live 18 feet above sea level, you should be fine. 90+% of damage from hurricanes is from storm surge and flooding. Baldwin County negates this fairly well, as most of the land is not coastal plains like most of the coastal areas are, but instead lowish rolling hills. Waterfront cities like Fairhope, Daphne, and Spanish Fort, for example, have an average elevation of 100+ feet. Given the hilly nature of the area, widespread flooding is likely not going to be an issue, especially if you don't live near a river or a stream or a riverbed. Local flooding is possible, but it's a matter of the local infrastructure. Shouldn't be enough to actually damage a house. There's still potential for wind damage though. You can easily look up if a property is in danger of flooding. If you don't want to risk it, pick a different house. You should probably be more concerned about mosquitoes than hurricanes, to be honest. Yeah, let's talk bugs really fast. Since I mentioned it, mosquitoes and no-see-ums. Don't move here if you can't handle bugs. They're pretty annoying, and they get bad during the warm months. I step outside, and with 1 minute, I've already got 2-3 mosquito bites.
Truck that tiny, run.
I learned my lesson though. I religiously wear Skin So Soft bug spray the moment our weather gets remotely warm and the mosquitoes come out. I'm not kidding. I even bulk order my bug spray, and I do that months in advance because they sell out, and you're gonna be really sorry when you don't have any. Bug spray literally replaces my perfume during the summer. Oh, and we also have palmetto bugs, which are cockroaches with a less ugly name. We have fire ants and termites, and they're all pretty invasive if you ask me. Pest control is routine, regular maintenance here in Baldwin County, so add that to your budget. And I've had people comment on my videos before about the palmetto bugs, saying, big deal, get over it, they're not roaches. Well, since y'all love them so much, next time I see one, I'll call you and you can come pick it up and it can be your friend and live with you. There is no difference between a palmetto bug and a cockroach. Palmetto bug is simply a regional term used to refer to specific types of cockroaches and a common name for them here in the South. There's no difference. I don't care what you tell me. Fire ants are little assholes too. Watch where you're standing. Those suckers sting fast and it burns and it turns into a blister and then it itches for 2 straight weeks. I know from personal experience. We use Arrow Pest Control here in Baldwin County, and if I ever see a new mound in my yard, they come out the same day or within 24 hours, and they take care of it, and then I really don't see them again for like 12 more months. You shouldn't move to Baldwin County if you can't live without access to live pro sporting events. We have college football season, and that's all that matters. Football is a defining feature of Alabama and something that brings our people together despite their differences. We get really happy during football season. Even rivalries are an excuse for folks to tailgate, eat great food, and spend a Saturday getting hoarse from having a good time with screwing, Roll Tide, or War Eagle. Alabama's obsession with college football can be attributed to a combination of historical, cultural, and social factors. College football has a long-standing tradition in this state, with the University of Alabama and Auburn University both having highly successful football programs. These teams have garnered widespread support and loyalty from the communities here over many decades. The intense rivalry between the University of Alabama and Auburn University, known as the Iron Bowl, has further fueled this passion for college football here in the South. Here, college football serves as a source of pride, entertainment, and community bonding for many of us, contributing to its prominent place in the state's culture. For many Alabamians, the Iron Bowl is the social highlight of the year. I'm not kidding, it's treated like a holiday. You shouldn't move to Baldwin County if you are impatient and impolite. Good hospitality and manners are well-known stereotypes of the South, and we want to keep it that way. Here, we don't really have that casual aggression, indifference, and lack of common courtesy you can find anywhere else in the country, especially in some northern cities or out west or California. The South feels like a breath of fresh air. People smile more. The waitress is going to call you sweetie. Elevator rides are filled with small talk instead of silence. People seem to have better manners here, and we hear it all the time. I try to describe it by contrasting Southern hospitality with Midwest warmth. Now, I'm originally from Illinois, and we were raised to be very hospitable. In the South, we pride ourselves on treating our guests really, really well. The relationship is very much like a host-guest one, like a bed and breakfast. Now, Midwest warmth, I'll say, is more like the Weasley's house in Harry Potter. I hope you all have seen Harry Potter. Otherwise, you have no idea what I'm talking about.
Draco Malfoy.
But if you're invited over for dinner, you might be tasked with some cleanup duties because you're family now, and families chip in. Afterwards, there's likely going to be card games or a nightcap. In the South, some of us go overboard with our events. And when we host, we really like to cater to our guests. And we're also a bit judgy. Like, if you're not offering a glass of sweet tea to your guests, you weren't raised right. Politeness is literally drilled into people here from birth. Genteel speech is the norm, even when you're telling someone off. You do it politely. In my opinion, hospitality, manners, and kindness are important here because speaking or behaving in a rude manner is perceived as very low class, trashy even. So don't come here and be rude or impatient because it's not welcome. You shouldn't move to Baldwin County if you want to eat good chicken wings or Chinese food or pizza. Yeah, this isn't a joke. If you know a place where we can find any of what I just mentioned, let us know in the comments below. In Baldwin County, expect to get a lot of fresh caught daily seafood, fried food, and more fried food. You can find a lot of independently owned restaurants as well that are going to have different types of cuisines like Lebanese or Thai food, sushi, barbecue. But you just can't find a good pizza to save your life. I'm sorry, y'all. Pizza Hut, Papa John's, and Domino's, they just don't do it for me. I guess I got spoiled having access to thousands of mom and pop pizza joints on every single corner when we lived up in Chicago, but that's just not the case anymore. Oh well, it's a trade-off for us. I keep saying I'm gonna learn how to make it myself, but there's just not enough hours in the day for me to do all these things that I want to do. You should move to Baldwin County if a conservative lifestyle is offensive to you. And I'm not talking about like Republicans, even though Alabama is very much a red state and the Republicans can be very loud and proud about their political stances. Trump flags and banners are pretty common to see down here. And if I'm being honest, 90% of people who call us to move here are doing so because they want to be in a red state. And we're not mad about it. But I'm talking more about the conservative lifestyle. People here value tradition, stability, and have a cautious approach to change. A conservative wants to conserve something. Here in the South, a lot of people want to conserve the spirit of the American Revolution. This includes strict adherence to both the literal content and the intent of the Constitution of the United States and the Declaration of Independence. If you don't know what I'm referring to, you need to go back to school. Some conservatives here are marriage and family oriented. A conservative lifestyle here is living by God, exercising your Second Amendment right, and staying vigilant for the safety of our great country, America. That's all I've got for you today, guys. Those are my reasons why maybe you shouldn't move to Baldwin County. And on the other hand, maybe those are all the exact reasons why you're gonna stop what you're doing right now, and you're gonna call Tony and I and say, hey, everything you said in that video is exactly why I want to move my family to Lower Alabama. It resonates with us, so let's get started. Thanks for tuning in to learn more about living in Lower Alabama. Watch this next video.